Hi guys, this is Infinity Boy, and it sure has been a good while, a few years at least. But today I'm back, not in the full sense like I was before in past videos, but this is just a little ask for help for the MIB2 roleplay that I want to get up and running again. If you remember, back in 2022, there was episode 1 released of MIB2. However, that wasn't fully finished, and since then, that roleplay's been canceled. But since then, I've been wanting to get this roleplay started again, so that's why I'm asking for help today. If you are down to help, I'd be happy to have you and help and join the team. But before we get to that and what's required, what I'm looking for, let me give you the basic story of what this roleplay is, if you are interested. So this is a continuation from the first Men in Black roleplay taking place in 2012, and then this jumps forward to 2019. So with that being said, there's Agent J, the protagonist, and since the death of his former partner in season 1, he hasn't really worked well with others. And because of that, he's been working mostly solo. But with this new mission that he's tasked with, he does have to work with someone else, known as Agent A. So for this new mission that not only is with the new agent, but also takes place in Los Angeles, a whole new city compared to Kraft York, they are tasked with having to stop the Area 52 raid, which is based off the real-life Area 51 raid, which happened back in 2019, if you remember. Area 51 didn't actually get raided, but it was all just a big meme that happened at that time. However, in my story, in the Minecraft Infinity Boy universe, things go a little different compared to that. So both of them are tasked with having to stop that raid. However, Jay makes a big mistake, and because of that, the raid does happen, and Earth gets invaded by aliens, Los Angeles gets destroyed. Agent J and A are now tasked with having to go back in time to stop that invasion from happening. But it's not easy as it sounds. That's because one of the antagonists, known as B20, is going to try to stop J and A from stopping that invasion from happening. So this story follows time travel, with there being limited time and little to no mistakes being able to be made in order to save the world. And that with the basic plot being out of the way, let me also get to the episodes, names and all. So as of now, the current plans have 5 episodes, quite a short roleplay, and the reason for that is because, right, the roleplay does consist of taking place during one day, with the first 2 episodes taking place in the same day. However, of course, like I mentioned, going back in time, episodes 3 and 5 go back in time to the same day, just to the morning, and then throughout the series it progresses from morning to afternoon, evening, and then finishing at night. So the episode names I'm gonna list on the screen, with episode 1 being End of the World, episode 2 Aftermath, episode 3 Man Out of Time, episode 4 Double Trouble, and episode 5 Area 52. And now as for the characters that are going to be in the roleplay, main cast wise, there probably will be more characters. They will probably just be side or just like background characters, but main cast will consist of Agent J, me, Agent A, which will be one of my friends. But as for the other characters that are listed, we still don't have people for them. So if you are interested in being one of them, of course, leave your information down below. So now we'll continue with B20. He'll be the antagonist. Patrick Robinson, he's going to be like a teenager type character who, I guess I won't spoil it yet, but he's meant to be a teenager. And then we have Thompson, which is one of the head MIB leaders for the Area 52 location. And then King Alien, right? An alien that's a king. And that's about it. So if you are interested in being any of those roles listed, aside from J and A, for the other people, then go ahead. But now to actually get to the requirements that I'm looking for, it's going to be 3. Starting with the first, have a Microsoft account. And the reason for that is because we're doing this on Minecraft Bedrock. So because of that, as far as I know, you need to have a Microsoft account to do crossplay on Minecraft Bedrock. So either way, just to join, make sure you do have a Microsoft account. Of course, that doesn't mean you need an Xbox. You know, I don't have an Xbox, but I can play crossplay just because I have a Microsoft account. So have that. The second thing is to have a PlayStation account. And the reason for that is to join the PlayStation parties where we'll all be talking and where all the audio will be recorded from, voice audio. And the third one is the availability. Be available Friday through Sunday from 7 to 11 p.m. Now, that doesn't mean we'll be recording all 3 of those days during the weekend, but it's preferable to at least be available and during those nights. And as for when I do plan to start recording, based off how this goes, if we do get enough people who do want to help, we can get this started around mid-July and then just continue until end of August. So, like I said, 5 episodes. This should not take too long. So just to summarize again with the 3 things you need, make sure you have a Microsoft account to actually join and play in the world. Have a PlayStation account so you can join the PlayStation parties. And be available Friday through Sundays, 7 to 11 p.m. Of course, we won't be on all those days, but if you know you can be available during those times, that'd be really good. So aside from that, if you are interested in joining this role play, please leave down in the comments your either Microsoft name or PlayStation username, and then I'll get in contact with you and we'll get something started. So just to finish off, I'm not sure if this will go anywhere. I hope it does. In the case that it doesn't, then this was just a little, update in some way to what I was up to for the last few years. But if it does, if we do get enough people, then this is the start of something new. Another roleplay that will get added to the channel that you guys can enjoy. But until then, have a good one, guys, and goodbye.